Mr. Trigg, back to your statement just a moment ago about how marijuana and hemp could be the lifeline for Kentucky farmers. Expound on that.
Well, like Mr. Conway were talking about, at one point, Kentucky had small farms, and every small farm had a quota or an allotment for tobacco production. And what I'm proposing is that we do the same thing, starting with hemp, which is basically legal now. So we give each small farm an allotment. Now, based on some of the research I've done, if we can get anywhere close to the number of farms that were in operation at the last point of tobacco quota system, then we'd probably be looking at around 40 to 50,000 farms that could participate. So I'm proposing that every small farm or medium-sized farm or farm get a chance. So if we could have where they have 1 acre of hemp for CBD oil production. And this is about as labor intensive as the normal tobacco is. And then give the farmers the option to have an unlimited amount of hemp for fiber production. And what that would do is we need to try to establish stability in the market and then sustainability so that it can be long-term the way tobacco is, because we need a continuous source of income for small farmers. And I believe this would be the way to do it.
What about marijuana growing? Do you see high prospects for that in Kentucky? We have a long way to go. We know that, as you mentioned, Mr. Conway, a minute ago, that a bill was in committee. We don't expect, even when the legislature comes back on Thursday, the final day, that we'll get any movement on that measure. But what are your prospects for medical marijuana and for the ability for Kentucky farmers to get involved in that in some capacity?
I put in the same article that there should be the same quota system established for the medical marijuana. And if you look at it, what you're looking at is 2 crops or 2 plants from the same family. So you have to be careful because of pollination and those factors involved. But if you allowed, again, I'm trying to find a way to have diverse farms for everyone, the way it used to be. So you would have, again, 1 acre of hemp for CBD oil. You would have 1 greenhouse or high tunnel that you would use for medical marijuana. This way, we can halfway hold off the influx of large businesses trying to come in and take and give each farm a small portion of the income there's a potential to generate. And also, this would allow us the opportunity, if all of this is up under the Department of Agriculture, then the cultivation side, you could say, this year we didn't produce enough to meet the market demand. So next year we can give the farmers an increased allotment. Versus the way it's set up now, I believe we got 1,300 folks put in applications to raise hemp this year. So there's reportedly 1 farmer put in for 10,000 acres. I believe the state only had 6,000 acres in production last year. So if 1 farm or 1 business puts in 10,000 acres, that's more than the production of the whole state for a year. So it would start to be a commodities type roller coaster, and I don't think we would benefit from it. So my goal is everybody gets a share of the pie.